and a better wilderness shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bound unto you. Fare you well. And so from the smoke into the smother, from tyrant dupe into tyrant brother. But heavenly Rosalind,
Rosalind, you would have mercy, not a word?
Not one to throw at a dog.
No, thy words are too precious to be cast upon curs. Throw some of them at me. Come, lay me with reason.
Then there were two cousins laid up. One should be lame with reasons, and the other mad without any.
Is all this for your father?
No, some of it is for my child's father. Oh, how full of briars is this working day world.
They are but birds, cousin, thrown upon the unholy foolery. If we walk not in the trodden paths, our very petticoats will catch them.
I could cast them off my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Hand them away.
I would if I could cry him and have him.
Come, wrestle with thy affections.
Oh, they take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
Oh, a good wish upon you. You will try a time in spite of all fall. But, turning these jests out of service, let us talk in good earnest. Is it possible on such a sudden that you should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Doth it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By this kind of chase I should hate him, for my father hated his father dearly. Yet I hate not Orlando.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Doth he deserve well?
Let me love him for that, and you do love him because I do. Look, here comes the Duke.
His eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch yourself with safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin, if within these next 10 days that thou be found within 20 miles of our court, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace, let me the knowledge of my fault bear with me. If with myself I hold intelligence, or have acquaintance with mine own desires, if I do not dream or be not frantic, as I do trust I am not, then, dear uncle, never so much as in thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thus do all traitors. If their purgation did consist in words, they would be as innocent as grace itself. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me where the likelihood depends.
You are your father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord. Or, if we did derive it from our friend, what is that to me? My father was no traitor. Then, good my liege, mistake me not so much to think my poverty is treacherous.
Dear sovereign, hear me speak.
Aye, Celia, we stayed her for your sake, else with her father she'd arranged along.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. That was your pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young that time to value her. But now I know her. If she be a traitor, why so am I. We shall have slept together, rose in an instant, learned even to play together, and wheresoever we went like Juno's swan, so uncoupled and inseparable.
She is too subtle for thee, and her smoothness, her very patience, her silence. Speak to the people, they pity her. Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and you will shine more brighter and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is the doom that I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce a sentence on me, my liege. I cannot live out your company.
You are a fool. Eunice, provide yourself, and if you outstay your time, by the greatness of my word and my honor, you will die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind! Whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine, I charge thee, be not more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not, cousin. Prithee, be cheerful. Knowest thou not the so it shall pass along and never stir assailants.
Were it not better, since I am more than common tall, that I did suit myself in all points like a man, a gallant curtal axe upon my thigh, a boar spear in my hand, and in my heart lie there with hidden women's fear their will. We'll have a swashing and a martial outside, as many other mannish cowards do, that do outface it with their semblances.
But what shall I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse name than Jove's own page. Therefore, you call me Ganymede. What will you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal that clownish fool out of your father's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travels?
Oh, he'll go along o'er the wide world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Now let's away and get our jewels and our wealth together. Devise the fittest time and safest way that will hide us from the pursuit that we made after my flight. Now go we content to liberty and not to banishment.
Now, my co-mates and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? And here feel we but the penalty of Adam, the season's difference, as the icy fang and churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which, when it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shrink with cold, I smile and say, this is no flattery. These are counselors who feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. And this, our life, exempt from the public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in running brooks, and sermons in stone, and good in everything. I would not change it.
Happy is a race that can transit the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we go and kill us venison? And yet, it irks me. The poor, dappled fools, being native burghers of this desert city, should, in their own confines, with forked heads, have their round haunches gored.
Indeed, my lord, the melancholy Jakes grieves at that, and in that kind swears you do more usurp than doth the brother that hath banished you. Today, my lord of Amiens and myself did steal behind him as he lay under an oak, whose antique root peeps out upon the brook which brawls along this wood. To which place a poor, sequestered stag, that from the hunter's aim had ta'en a hurt, did come to languish. And indeed, my lord, the wretched animal heaved forth such groans that the discharge stretched his leathered coat almost to burst, and the big, round tears coursed one another down his innocent nose in piteous chase. And thus the hairy fool, much marked by the melancholy Jakes, stood on the extremest verge of the swift brook, augmenting it with tears.
But what said Jakes? Did he not moralize the spectacle?
Oh yes, into 1,000 similes.
First, for his weeping into the needless stream. Poor dear, quoth he, thou makest a testament as worldlings do, giving thy sum of more to that which had too much. Then, being there alone, left and abandoned of his velvet friends. "'Tis right," quoth he, "thus misery doth part the flux of company." Anon a careless herd, full of the pasture, jumps along by him, and never stays to greet him. "Aye," quoth Jakes, "sweep on, you fat and greasy citizens. 'Tis just the fashion. Wherefore do you look upon that poor and broken bankrupt there?" Thus, most invectively he pierceth through the body of the country, city, court, yea, and of this, our life, swearing that we are mere usurpers, tyrants, and what's worse, to fright the animals and kill them up, and there assign a native dwelling place.
And did you leave him in this